Hello and thanks for joining Aso Briefing today. I am Princess Sobra Usman. Our top stories: Ministry of Education weighs in on FCT teachers' minimum wage dispute. House Committee on Public Service Matters vows transparency in legislative process. APC Kwale candidate pledges party unity after primaries. And Minister of Works praises quality of work on Abuja Cardinal Road. You're watching Aso Briefing. Watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, Free TV channel 507, UHF band on channel 38. And now to details of all our stories. The Federal Ministry of Education has reviewed with concern the communique issued by the Nigerian Union of Teachers FCT Wing following its emergency state wing standing committee meeting held on March 22, 2025 in Gwagwalada, Abuja. The Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, acknowledges the concerns raised by the union regarding the implementation of new national minimum wage for primary school teachers in FCT. The ministry deeply values the unwavering commitment of Nigerian teachers who remain the backbone of our foundational education system. While the administration of LEA primary schools in FCT falls under the purview of 6 area councils and their respective local education authorities, the Ministry of Education reaffirms its commitment to the welfare, dignity, and professional development of teachers at all levels. The Minister, Barrister Nyesom Wike, the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, and other key agencies will continue to engage on the matter and encourage area council chairmen to do the same with a view to settling the issue amicably. In line with the principles of cooperative governance and shared responsibility, the ministry will sustain its mediation efforts among stakeholders to foster constructive dialogue and prevent any disruption to children's education arising from unresolved administrative challenges. Under the Renew Hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu, the ministry is leading far-reaching reforms in basic education, covering infrastructure, digital learning, curriculum modernization, and teacher development. These national gains must be completed by fairness, equity, and responsiveness to the needs of educators. The ministry therefore calls on all parties, union, area councils, and education administrators to act in good faith and prioritize dialogue, transparency, and shared responsibility. The integrity of Nigeria's basic education must be safeguarded against avoidable disruptions. And the House of Representatives Committee on Public Service Matters stated commitment to the thorough examination and transparency in the legislative process on 6 critical bills, which include provision for widowed leave, reforms to the National Assembly's administrative structure, and amendments to pension schemes. Chairman of the committee, Mr. Sani Bala, stated this in his remark at a public hearing at the National Assembly and said the committee aims to ensure fairness, equity, and accountability in the public service, aligning with the agenda of good governance and promoting professionalism within the civil service. He noted the key focus of the sharing as investigating age falsification in civil service that undermines merit-based promotion, affecting workforce planning. The lawmaker urged Nigerians to report suspected cases via his official email. President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Joe Ajero, in his presentation said the union strongly support the enactment of widowhood leave policy and are proposing a minimum of 30 working days extendable to 60 days with 100% monthly basic salary allowance. The All Progressive Congress candidate for the upcoming FCT area council elections in Kwari Area Council, Mr. Nuhu Daniel Kwali, has assured that the party will remain a united family despite the outcome of the primaries. Mr. Nuhu Daniel Kwali made this statement while speaking with journalists after his emergence as the APC flag bearer in Kwali. Our correspondent Abdullahi Mukhtar completes the report.
The Kwali primaries were initially delayed due to logistics issue but were rescheduled to Thursday. Dr. Akombo Benedict, chairman of the Electoral Committee, announced that Mr. Nuhu Daniel scored 50 votes to emerge as the APC candidate. Mr. Nuhu Daniel Kwali expressed his honor and privilege at being chosen by his people and the party leadership.
I feel honored and I feel great. It's a privilege that my people have given me, and especially the party, because this is the largest party in Africa, the strongest party, which is being built and is being handled and protected by Mr. President.
The Kwali APC flag bearer promised to continue the legacies and programs of the present council APC-led administration under Mr. Dalladichia if given the mandate. He also called on residents to have confidence in him and his party, promising to work with all other aspirants for the benefit of Kwali people.
And I want to also tell the public, the masses, the indigent and residents of Kwali Area Council, that they should have trust and have confidence that we are going to come out with a resound body to govern Kwali Area Council in 2026, when we are assuring them what the present administration is doing into developmental achievement. We are going to continue from that.
Mr. Nuhu Daniel Kwali described his emergence as the will of God and appealed to other aspirants to join hands with him for the success of the party in the final elections.
And I also look for their support, because I would like us to work together as a team. As a legislator, and they are also former legislator, we always understand ourselves. We always believe in the house, it is dialogue. We dialogue and we get it right. And all of them have contributed to the Kwali Area Council development and to the Legislative Assembly of Kwali Area Council.
As the incumbent speaker of the Kwali Legislative Arm, Mr. Daniel Kwali emphasized the importance of unity within the party. Abdullahi Mukhtar, Aso Television News.
The Minister of Works, Engineer Dave Umahi, has led a high-level team on an inspection tour of the ongoing reconstruction of the Abuja, Kaduna and Suleja Minna dual carriageways. Engineer Umahi commended the quality of work done so far on the Abuja-Kaduna road by contractor handling the section after its revocation from Julius Berger Nigeria Limited, expressing gratitude to President Tinubu for his support towards redeeming the integrity of the project. Speaking during the inspection of Suleja Minna Road, the minister lamented the poor handling of the project while expressing concern over the abandonment of some sections of road by the contractor, therefore announcing the revocation of Section 1 and 2, which is being handled by Salini Nigeria Limited.
For the contractors, I've declared these Sections 1 and 2 emergency projects. Emergency projects. This up there is sections where vehicles are falling and killing people. And the president directed that urgent action should be taken. Urgent action should be taken. An action like military action. And that is why we are here. And when we go through due process and award the job, if the contractor waits for 1 day for mobilization, I will terminate it. Because it's an emergency one. If you cannot trust us to start work immediately, and then we will now process your mobilization, then you don't want to be a partner in the new Nigeria that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is developing.
Engineer Umahi also declared state of emergency on the abandoned section, saying that the Niger State Governor Umar Bago had earlier complained about a poor job on the road, which prompted a presidential directive to the Works Ministry to intervene for a quality and timely delivery of the project. Also speaking during the inspection tour, Minister of State for Works, Barrister Muhammad Bello Goronya, applauded Segun Soumi, a PDP, rather than criticizing from afar. Also on the entourage was the Chairman Senate Committee on Works, Senator Oyekachi Nwaebonyi, and other concerned directors of the national training centers across the country as part of its intervention program aimed at promoting entrepreneurship and skill acquisition in Nigeria. Deputy Executive Secretary, Technical University Basic Education, UBEC, Mr. Razak Akinyemi disclosed this during a public hearing on 9 bills, including a bill seeking to establish National Institute for Technical and Vocational Education, Cargo, Kebbi State, and 2 federal colleges of entrepreneurship and skill acquisition, Bunza, Kebbi State, Medunguri, organized by the House Committee on Alternative Education in Abuja. He commended steps towards addressing youth unemployment, skill gaps, and promoting innovation, stating that the strengthening and expanding these existing structures could be more cost-effective and timely approach. Mr. Akinyemi underscored the need to clearly define governance framework for the proposed institution with a view to ensure efficiency, transparency, and accountability. All stakeholders drawn from various federal constituencies where the institutions are being located registered support for the establishment bills, considering their educational, socio-economic, and developmental benefits to the country. Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Speaker of the House, represented by Mr. Alexander Mascot, assured that the legislature will continue to contribute to the development of centers that will impact skills and knowledge on nationals through progressive legislation. And in a bid towards revitalizing Nigeria's education sector, the federal move championed by the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, aims to harness private sector funding to address decade-long infrastructure decay and capacity challenges, particularly in secondary and tertiary institutions across the country. Speaking during the inauguration ceremony in Abuja, Dr. Alausa underscored the urgent need for innovation and collaboration in education financing.
Once it's signed, FEC approved, it's all driven by the proprietor with no oversight from the Ministry of Education. There has to be a standardized oversight committee that the ministry would have. You can just do it by directorate, by a nomenclature of the department. The oversight committee will be, just for a purpose of conversation here, director of legal, director of procurement, relevant division or department in the agency, director of that. Those are the ones, they'll get buried. They will oversight and ensure that they're reporting. And also, you have to also, as part of this, back to the ministries. And we can't just leave the proprietor.
For Education, represented by Director of Special Duty, comprises directors from key departments in the ministry, representatives from the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, and other stakeholders. The terms of reference for the committee include developing minimum benchmarks for PPP projects, reviewing existing legal and policy frameworks to identify gaps, drafting comprehensive implementation guidelines, defining roles and responsibilities of all stakeholders, establishing key performance indicators, creating mechanisms for regular reviews, instituting standardized oversight structures, and proposing clear deliverables and penalties for non-compliance. And coming up on Aso Briefing, FRSC to train 1,000 workforce on stress management, emotional well-being. Stay with us for details of this and more stories after the break.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, the young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajani?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijag a seat on the council.
May God be praised. He has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
Welcome back. We go ahead with our remaining stories. In a landmark collaboration aimed at boosting the mental resilience of its personnel, the Federal Road Safety Corps is partnering with India's Ministry of Home Affairs and Rakhiya Raksa University, a premier security and policy university. FRC Corps Education Officer ACM Olusegun Ogunbemide made this known in a statement. Said under the new agreement, 1,000 FRSC officers will receive intensive trainings in stress management and emotional well-being in the month of August. He said the initiative is part of Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed's commitment to not only keeping Nigerian roads safe, but also protecting the mental health of its team. The training will equip personnel with tools for managing stress, improving emotional regulation, and building psychological resilience, all critical for handling the pressure of their daily duties. According to the statement, mental health professionals from India will lead the sessions, which will be held both in person and virtually across 4 locations, including the FRC Academy, Enugu, and the training school in Owo, Alero. The statement added that this partnership marks a major step in building a more effective, resilient, and health-conscious road safety corps, reinforcing Nigeria and India's shared vision for stronger public service institutions. And the First Baptist Church, Garki, Abuja, held this highly anticipated mid-year Thanksgiving service and church-in conference. The event, which took place at the church's premises, brought together members of the congregation through the Christian walk. He encouraged the congregation to take time to appreciate God's goodness and mercy in their life.
Through a lot of challenges, and we're here standing as a church and grateful to God. So God has been good to us.
So we are taking a pause 6 months into the year 2025 to say God has shown us so much mercy. He has been kind, He has been good to us. We're not waiting till the end of the year. We just say, let us gather together to celebrate God's goodness, to celebrate God's faithfulness. We're like that one leper of the 10 that when he saw that he had been healed by the Lord, he did not wait to confirm whether it was perfect or not. He did not allow anything to distract him. He ran back to Jesus, falling at his feet to say thank you.
The service featured powerful messages, prayers, songs of praise, creating an atmosphere of worship, thanksgiving with great testimonies from congregants. Some of the worshippers who spoke with journalists said the mid-year Thanksgiving is a significant event in the church's calendar that provides an opportunity for members to come together and celebrate God's faithfulness.
Through a lot of challenges, and we're here standing as a church and grateful to God. So God has been good to us. So we have great reasons and good reasons to give God thanks.
Come in Thanksgiving to appreciate the life that God has given unto us. As a woman also, I want to give thanks. This morning we have causes to celebrate with our sisters that have been trusting the Lord for the fruit of their womb. We have testimony of somebody that have waited for 22 years and the Lord bless the family. With that we come in Thanksgiving. We have somebody also that dedicated a child after 12 years of waiting. It is a cause to give thanks unto God.
And then we came as a group in congregation to celebrate the mid-year
Forms and all this unification of the Naira